Hey, I'm Todd Sharp, and in this video we are going to take a look at instance configurations, instance pools, and autoscale configurations in the Oracle Cloud. Alright, welcome back. In this video we're going to take a look at a few different things, and this kind of goes along the lines of my last few videos where we took a look at virtual cloud networks, instances, custom images, and all kinds of other cool things related to compute in the Oracle Cloud. And in this video we're going to take a look at a couple additional really cool things, and those are instance configs, instance pools, and auto scaling configs. So we're going to start out with instance configurations. So if we go into this instance, the details for this instance that we've been kind of working with throughout this video series, you can see that I have a simple instance created from Oracle Linux 7.7, and it's just a standard VM 2.1 shape, and nothing real special about it, but it's the instance that we've been using throughout this series, so we're going to stick with it here. Let's take a look at instance configurations, and you can create an instance configuration by coming into the Actions dropdown and clicking Create Instance Configuration. Now, think of this as kind of like a blueprint for future instances that are going to be created within your tenancy. It's different than a custom image in that you can specify, when you're using a custom image, you can launch a new instance and you can change the shape and things like that. But with an instance configuration, you are saying that this is the blueprint for creating future instances based on this configuration. So things like the operating system, the shape, and the boot volume size, all these things are related to that configuration. So when you create additional instances, actually instance pools based on this configuration, all of those things are going to remain the same. So the same VM shape, the same CPUs, the same RAM, just a way to kind of spin up additional instances based on your given instance. So now that we've created this instance configuration, what can we do from here? Well, as you can see here, you can create an instance pool based on this configuration. Now, this is based on the limits for your tenancy, but you can go as small as one instance for this instance pool, or you can go, 3, 5, however many you need in this instance pool, and you specify that right here as you're creating the instance pool. You can attach a load balancer if you need to, but in this case, we'll just keep it kind of vanilla, and we'll say we'll create one instance based on this particular configuration. Oops, we do have to select a virtual cloud network. So we select the demo VCN and our public subnet, and we click Create Instance Pool, and that's good to go. So what that's going to do is going to spin up one instance based on that configuration that we've created just now. Now, the next thing to do from here is to create an auto scaling configuration. So if we come into the instance pool details, we can see that under Actions, we can create an auto scaling configuration. Now, this is another really nice thing because this allows you to dynamically add instances to this pool. So you specify things like your name, your cooldown period, which is basically how long it's going to wait between scaling actions so that it's not scaling up and down really fast. In this case, you want to kind of give it that cooldown of 5 minutes to make sure that everything's kind of settled before you really scale it back up or down. The next thing we do is we say what instance pool it's going to be based on. So down here is where we're going to define our auto scaling policy. And the first thing we want to do is make sure that we select a metric. So we can base this either on CPU utilization or memory utilization. So if we wanted to scale based on CPU utilization, we would select CPU utilization. We would say our minimum number of instances is 1 in this case, and our maximum number is 4. Initially, we want to have just one instance. And if we want to scale based on a rule, down here we just say greater, if the CPU utilization is greater than 25%, add one instance. And when it gets less than 15%, you can remove one instance. So this is just an example of a very simple rule, auto scaling configuration for your instance pool that will add and remove instances based on CPU utilization. So that video is really quick, and hopefully you now understand instance configurations, instance pools, and auto scale configurations in the Oracle Cloud.